Wednesday afternoon, the English department's Honor Society, Sigma Tau Delta, held a poetry reading session for students to share some of their favorite well-known or original poems. Here's the events of the afternoon.
Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee?
You don't have to be well-versed in poetry to know good writing when you hear it. Wednesday's Sigma Tau Delta poetry reading saw both familiar and unfamiliar faces presenting pieces that mean something to them.
Well, we had a lot of readers, some of our club members, but quite a few people that aren't a member of Sigma Tau Delta that got up and shared poetry too.
Sigma Tau Delta does a lot of different readings throughout the year, most of which involve students reading prose from the prose. But Secretary and Treasurer Michelle Perez says original poetry is a little different.
Today I was really surprised by the couple originals we had. I think, if anything, the poetry one is the one where most people will bring original work.
Of course, you don't have to write poetry to enjoy it. Plenty of students brought some of their favorite classics to read as well.
I didn't love poetry until I got to college, and I kind of took more classes with it and I got to appreciate it more. But I fell in love with that when I took a class like my freshman or sophomore year. But I usually enjoy reading it more than writing it.
For some students, it may not be lack of interest in poetry that stops them from attending. Many people experience stage fright or embarrassment at the thought of reciting to a group. Sigma Tau Delta President Haley Alcathy says this fear is not forever.
I think it's hard to get up there in front of people you're not comfortable with, but since we put on so many of these events, I kind of feel like I know who I'm looking at whenever I'm speaking to everybody. So it doesn't seem as scary anymore, but it definitely seemed scary at the beginning.
When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears.
Some students in attendance received extra credit in an English course for participating in the event, whether they wrote and recited a poem or just sat and listened.